Brandon from cryptoskim.com. Just kind of wanted to give you guys maybe an update on the market stuff that's going on right now. Yeah, we're in the middle of all this scaling stuff that's been going on. Everybody's been worried about the coin split, user activated soft fork, BIP 148, and then there's the SegWit 2x camp with BIP 91. And then there's Emergent Consensus and Bitcoin Unlimited and all those folks too. But it looks like right now BIP 91 has gone through the signaling period and is locked in, and we're getting close to potential activation here. It looks like it's imminent. So I just kind of wanted to give an update on that and maybe a trade alert of sorts, for what it's worth. I mean, who knows what's really going to happen, but I'll tell you what I think is going to happen and what I'm doing. So I recently went from cash to Bitcoin. I've been going back and forth, flipping, trying to make some money as a trader, and now I'm back all in Bitcoin. So kind of just taking a look on the website here, CryptoSkim. This is the last post I put out a few days ago on the 18th of July, price plunge and scaling timeline. I talked a little bit about this scenario that happened a week or two ago. We saw this kind of symmetrical pennant or wedge forming. This blue arrow, we saw kind of a confirmation of a breakout from that. Didn't know what it was going to do, but I mentioned at the time I didn't think it was going to go anywhere because there was a lot of uncertainty at that point of what was going to happen. And just like I thought, it rolled over here and went south, crossed this line, went back up, tried to test, and then dropped. And we didn't know how far down this thing was going to go. I thought maybe it could go all the way to 1,000 or sub 1,000. We didn't know. But then scrolling down here to the next chart, ding, 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 right here, it did stop abruptly. And there's a nice V, classic V bottom, strong indication of a bottom, and then it reversed real strong. And that happened to coincide with the same time that the SegWit 2x miners started signaling early. So that was a vote of confidence for SegWit 2x, and because it was early and just because that was actually taking place. So I don't know if that was the actual cause, but that happened around the same time, and so far that was kind of the bottom. We've reached around the 1800 area so far. So let's take a look at the timeline. So this was off Bitcoin Magazine. It was a nice article that I also linked to in that last post. But here's some software got released. Here's that signaling that we just talked about that actually started a little bit earlier than July 21st. A potential BIP 91 lock-in. It is locked in now. You can see that if you go to this website, there's a few different websites, but coin.dance /blocks. If you go to, you just Google CoinDance, coindance.com. If you go down here, you'll see BIP 91. It says BIP 91 has now met the requirements of signaling and is locked in. So it's locked in. Let's see if I can refresh here. But there's 28 blocks or so. So that right now it's 8:35 here, Central Time. That'll put us like 12:30 a.m. We're gonna get activation of BIP 91, which means at that time nodes are going to start rejecting non-SegWit signaling blocks. So looks pretty strong that the miners are already rolling with that code, and there shouldn't be a problem. Looking here, there's a nice flow chart. Kind of shows this was the big fork in the road, so to speak. If we wouldn't have reached this 80% and we were at this no vote, then we'd be moving towards this UASF stuff. More potential coin split, downward price pressure, I would guess, in Bitcoin, and we'd be moving towards all this other stuff with the Bitmain's contingency plan, the ABC coin they were going to roll out, the user-activated hard fork that they were going to deploy. But it looks like all that stuff hopefully is off the table now, as we have a yes vote on this, and SegWit is locked in, and we're about 3.5 hours away from activation. Well, no, maybe 4 or 5 hours away from activation of BIP 91, which is what these UAS people wanted in the first place with SegWit. So we'll have another debate down here with this hard fork, but we're not there yet. So I just wanted to kind of touch on this, going back real quick again. You know, we saw this V bottom from the signaling, so I'll come back to this again real quick. This is that same V bottom. It looks different, looks wider, but this zoomed in on the 1 week chart. So that was kind of the bottom was in. We came up, and then right around here we had some consolidation waiting to see if it would lock in. They were signaling, and then it did lock in, and we got this big upward blast all the way up here. And now this takes us right up to here. This is today's picture. And again, we were having this classic kind of consolidation movement happening here, and it's still sort of, you know, cautiously figuring, but it is trending upward. And so my guess is when we do get confirmation that BIP 91 and thus SegWit has activated, I think we're going to get a move up. I don't know. It's potential that we could break the all-time high tonight, but it might not. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to come up and retest that 3,000 all-time high and break back down. I'm not really sure. But let's kind of scroll down a little bit. But yeah, so here is the all-time Bitcoin high. So we're within striking distance. So we're at 2863 at this time right now, and so we will see what happens. But you know, wherever you're standing right now, if you're in cash or if you're in Bitcoin, just stuff to think about. We could have a potential big price run up. I don't see things that could play into a big price run down, unless of course this is all priced in and it's more of like, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news sort of thing. But I haven't been seeing that sort of thing play out that much with cryptocurrencies. In the Bitcoin space, there's still very new, a lot of uncertainty. So but you never know. I mean, we could have a move down on the news that BIP 91 has activated. But so just wanted to put that alert out there and kind of tell you guys what I'm doing, what I'm seeing, what's going on, and I'll be with you guys in the coming days. And yeah, this is exciting stuff. This is historical, you know, all these things going on. So yeah, so anyway, hope everybody's having a good evening, and I will talk to you all later.